Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping and watching this video. This is part 2 of my homemade coffee creamer series. In the first video we talked about goat milk, but today we're giving the spotlight to coconut milk. Please note that you can use any type of milk when making your own homemade coffee creamers. I just prefer non-dairy. To add a depth of flavor to my homemade coffee creamer, I do use my own extracts, which you see here. I have a separate video on how to make your own extracts at home for pennies on the dollar for what they charge you in grocery stores. So if you're interested, check that out. But remember, homemade extracts are just an optional ingredient. You don't need them. So let's get started with our coconut milk creamer. Now I'll be adding my sweetened condensed coconut milk. I bought it in a can this time, but remember, you can make your own sweetened condensed milk. This just takes a step away. I recommend making it at home, but if you already have it on hand or you used it for something else, this just eliminates one of the steps. I'm going to gently heat my sweetened condensed milk over low heat. Now I'm mixing this well to incorporate since it was canned, and then I'll be adding a pinch of salt. Now the advantage of making your sweetened condensed milk at home is that you can control how much sweetener you want to use and the type of sweetener you want to use. When you buy it, you have to use whatever they used in the factories and whatever machines. So you can buy it or you can make it. In this case, I already had some, so I'm just going to use this. Now do you see how I'm allowing it to warm slowly, low and slow, to incorporate all of the sediments from the can so that it becomes smooth. Now the longer that you allow it to heat, the more syrupy it becomes. I don't know if that's a word, syrupy, but you can also just add your coconut milk when you're ready. It's more of an art than a science, and I doubled this recipe just like I did in my last recipe because I'm going to be making this batch base into 3 different flavors of creamer. So why do I use coconut milk? Because it's completely dairy-free and it's perfect for anyone who is lactose intolerant or just trying to cut back on cow's milk. I also use almond milk, so I have a video about that if you want to see how I make my almond milk at home. Secondly, coconut milk is packed with medium chain triglycerides, MCTs, and these are healthy fats that your body stores for energy instead of as fat. So coconut milk can help you feel energized and satisfied without a sugar crash. And lastly, it's antimicrobial and immune boosting properties thanks to the compounds of the lauric acid. On top of all that, it gives the coffee a natural creamy texture without needing thickeners, fillers, or artificial oils. So in short, coconut milk is delicious and nourishing and way cleaner than anything you will find in a bottle at the grocery store. Okay, so for my first batch, I'm going to make that vanilla, so I kept it over on my counter to cool. My second batch is going to be a cinnamon, just like I did with my goat milk. So I added a teaspoon of cinnamon, and this time I added some protein powder to just get it in my creamer so that it's already there. And you can gently heat protein powder and it will keep all of its helpful properties. So now I'm setting this to the side to cool, and I'm going to take my last batch and I'm going to go make it into a pumpkin spice. Now, because pumpkin spice has cinnamon in it, I felt comfortable reusing my pot by just dumping my next batch to make my pumpkin spice creamer. I'm adding my pumpkin puree from my last video. I had it frozen, and now I'm just adding it to this batch. And my pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice includes cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, cloves, and allspice. You can make that at home or you can buy it. As you know, I recommend that you blend it at home, but if you have some on you or you've already purchased it at the store, just use that. Look at that beautiful golden color. I definitely added more pumpkin puree this time than I did for my goat milk creamer, and I'm excited about that because it will definitely add more flavor. And now it's time for the extracts. So I'm starting with my vanilla. See how little it takes to add so much flavor? And I still have plenty left. All right, time to blend everything together so that I can add the rest of my extracts and get these in the fridge. When you are using these, please make sure you shake them before. Remember, you don't have any chemicals in this to hold it together, so you're just gonna have to shake it. So I added cinnamon extract to my cinnamon creamer, and I added my coffee extract to all three. Adding coffee extract to coffee creamer just gives it this amazing warmth and taste. It feels like you're in a gourmet coffee shop. Now it's time to bottle it up. These creamers keep in my fridge for up to 2 weeks. If you are not interested in using them right away, just freeze them, and then when you're ready, thaw them out in your fridge and use them. But they don't last that long in my kitchen. It doesn't take very long to make, so whenever I run out, I just make some more. It's really affordable and clean, and I feel like I can use as much as I want. So many advantages. I hope this has encouraged you to make your own coffee creamers at home. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more homemade recipes that save you money, cut out the toxins and the chemicals, and make your coffee taste amazing. And if you missed part 1 with my goat milk, check it out here because I go into more detail about the common toxins used in store-bought coffee creamers. Thanks for watching. See you next time.